Assalamu alaikum dear students. Students, we are starting with the revision of our lesson number 3, synthetic fibers and plastics. My dear students, the things which I am discussing with you right now, the same things will be provided you in PDF file. So just with the explanation over here with whatever you're going to write in your books. That is, fabrics are made by weaving fibers. Now dear students, I asked one question that what are the fibers, and I'm very happy that many of the students gave me the correct answer that fibers are the very thin hair-like structures, okay, and which are obtained either from nature or else they are the synthetically prepared by using the chemicals. They can be of two types, as you are able to see. They can be natural or they can be synthetic. Okay, what are the synthetic fibers? What is a synthetic fiber made up of? Synthetic fiber is made up of, generally we talk about chemicals. A synthetic fiber as well as plastic is made up of chain of small units called monomers, which combine to form the polymer. So my dear students, you all know that when we talk about the beads, when you talk about the small beads, and when you repeat it number of times, my dear students, you are going to get the example of your polymer. So we generally say that polymers are the one in which the small unit which is repeated number of times and you are getting the particular long chain, that is known as your polymers. Okay. I hope everyone is familiar with the simple example of the necklace. If you talk about the necklace, my dear students, you all are familiar that see to it, see, this is tasbih. Everyone know this, right? So it is made up of small beads. The small beads are your monomer. One single bead is your monomer, and which is repeated number of times, and you're getting the longest chain. This is an example of your polymer, but here the numbers are very less, means numbers is it is countable. But when you talk about the polymers, dear students, the numbers are very large, okay, and when the numbers are many, we cannot count it, we use the word poly. Okay, monomer, a monomer is a single molecule that can bind with other identical molecule to form the polymer through a process called polymerization. Now dear students, very important to notice over here, see here we are having two different kind of the beads. It could be same kind of bead, it could be different kind of bead. That is possibly depending on which type of the chemical we are using. Monomer is, as I told you, the single unit that can be bind to the identical form through the process called polymerization. Polymer is a Greek word. Poly means many and mer means parts or unit. Many parts, many units joined together and form the long chain is known as polymers. Example of the polymer. All synthetic fiber, आपके जितने भी synthetic fibers हैं, my dear student, all are the polymers such as rayon, nylon, etc. Even polymers are found in nature also. For example, cotton. So cotton is known as cellulose, and cellulose, the monomer is glucose. So dear students, please remember glucose. We may ask you the objective that which is the monomer of cellulose. So your answer lies glucose is a monomer of your cellulose. Polymerization reaction. The process of linking the small monomers together to form a polymer is called polymerization. Okay, in the process where you take the small beads and you join together and form a long chain, that is your polymerization. Okay, now here on this page you are able to see all the details are given to you about your nylon, rayon, polyester and acrylic, which you can note down in your books. Properties are given to you, preparations are given to you, and my dear student, uses are also given to you, which you can note down. Okay, next, first foremost, very important, the fiber which was synthesized was rayon, my dear students, but let me tell you, it was not fully synthetic. Reason behind it, we have used a combination of two things over here. We have used natural source also, and we have combined with it chemicals. So there are two things, and that is why we use the word semi-synthetic, not the completely synthetic, semi-synthetic. Cotton is a natural fiber, whereas rayon is semi-synthetic one. Rayon is versatile fiber and can imitate the feel and texture like silk, wool, cotton and linen with the drap and slippeniness akin to the nylon. Now dear students, let me tell you, rayon is, it looks like silk, and that is why we call it as an artificial silk. Why is rayon also called artificial silk? Rayon resembles silk in appearance, texture and sign. Hence it is also known as artificial silk. Okay. Silk fiber was discovered in China and made from silkworm. It has a beautiful texture and was very costly. By the end of 19th century, scientists managed to make an artificial silk-like fiber made by treating wood pulp chemically. My dear students, if it is asked that how the rayon is prepared, you can write that it is prepared by giving chemical treatment to wood pulp. Okay. Uses, you are able to see the uses over here. This man-made fiber is a natural material, it's wood pulp and can be woven like a silk fiber. It is cheaper than silk and can be dyed in a variety of a color. Okay, so these are the properties, my dear students. These are the properties. Now we are talking about the uses. It is used for making suits, slacks, jackets, etc. It is also used for making tire cords because of its strength. The tires which we are having, the cord which is present over there, that is also made up of rayon. Mixed with the cotton to make the bed sheet and bedspreads. Mixed with the wool to make the carpets and the blankets. Used to make other home furnishing such as curtains and tablecloths. So my dear students, these are the applications or uses of rayon. Next, if we talk about nylon, a first fully synthetic fiber. Nylon is the first synthetic fiber to prepare without using any natural materials. Okay, materials produced by plants and animals. We are not using it from plants and animals, my dear students, though we are using coal, water and air. So it is not the plant or the animal sources, and that is why we call it as a fully synthetic. This is a difference. Many students are getting confused, so let me make it clear. Your air, water and coal, it is not the plant basis or it is not the animal basis, and still we are using it for the preparation of the nylon, and that is why we call it as a first fully synthetic fiber. Which properties make the nylon suitable? Making ropes for rock climbing, very important. Strong, fiber lightweight, weather resistant. Making fishing nets because it is strong, elastic and water resistance. Making tent, it is strong, light, does not absorb much waters and dries quickly. So dear students, these are the properties we can say because of which we are using the nylon at a large number of the places. Uses of nylon. Developed in 1931, this thermoplastic silky material is strong, elastic, light, lustrous and easy to wash. A nylon thread is in fact stronger than a steel wire. My dear students, if you take the way, if you take the different kind of the way, and if you tie it with the nylon thread, and if you tie it the same way with the steel thread, what will happen? The steel thread will be broken to a certain extent, but the nylon thread will not be broken, and this activity shows that nylon is stronger than steel wire. Hence it is used for number 1, making clothes. We are making the clothes from the nylon. Making parachutes as well as ropes for rock climbing. Okay, so that is important uses over here. Make the toothbrush and the car seat belts. Make tent, curtains and the sleeping bags. So dear students, these are the applications and the uses of the nylon. So here I wind up our topic over here. Next time we will go with dealing with rest 2 of the fibers, that is polyester and acrylic, and rest that is depending about your plastic topic, that is one of the part of your chapter. So thank you very much, and please copy the notes into your separate chemistry book and write it very properly because it is very useful for you.